Welcome back to Ridezone Bikes, your two-wheel destination for everything on two wheels, from street cruisers to track rockets and everything in between. Today, we're diving into a machine that blends iconic heritage with modern upgrades, efficiency with innovation, and commuter practicality with subtle sportiness. Meet the 2026 Honda Super Cub 160 HRC. The latest evolution of Honda's legendary Super Cub lineage, and arguably the most exciting version yet. Whether you're a daily rider, collector, or simply a fan of Honda's engineering, this bike might just surprise you. The Super Cub is the most produced motor vehicle in history, with over 100 million units sold globally since its original release in 1958. And now, with the 2026 Super Cub 160 HRC, Honda has taken that classic frame and soul and fused it with the more powerful engine, cutting-edge technology, and HRC-inspired flair. The result, a Cub that finally breaks into serious small displacement motorcycle territory without losing its timeless charm. At the heart of this Super Cub 160 HRC lies a 156.9cc air-cooled single-cylinder engine, which now produces around 16 horsepower and 14 newton-meters of torque. That might not sound like a lot to super sport fans, but in the sub-200cc segment, this is a serious leap forward from the previous 125cc version. The new engine uses Honda's S Plus, enhanced Smart Power Plus technology, which optimizes combustion efficiency, reduces internal friction, and maximizes fuel economy. With this bump in displacement and performance, the Super Cub is no longer just a city runabout. It can comfortably hit speeds up to 110 km per hour, about 68 miles per hour, and tackle suburban and even mild highway riding with ease. Fuel efficiency remains a strong suit, and despite the power bump, the Cub 160 still manages to deliver an impressive 60 to 65 km per liter. That's roughly 140 to 150 miles per gallon. Combined with its 5.3-liter fuel tank, you're looking at a cruising range north of 300 km on a single fill. That makes it not just affordable to buy, but incredibly affordable to run, and perfect for commuters, urban dwellers, and even delivery riders looking for long-term value. But the real standout this year is the HRC edition. Of Honda Racing Corporation's signature touches have been added for a subtle but meaningful upgrade. The 2025 Super Cub 160 HRC features a special tricolor livery reminiscent of Honda's race heritage, with red, white, and blue accents that pop against the classic bodywork. A revised HRC sport seat, brushed aluminum footpegs, and contrast stitching all subtly hint at this being a more performance-focused variant, even if it retains its humble Cub roots. There's also an HRC badge on the side cover and unique machined alloy levers, giving the rider a little more mechanical feel. From a chassis standpoint, the Cub 160 rides on a reinforced backbone frame that's stiffer and more stable than previous models. Suspension is managed by telescopic front forks and twin rear shocks, both tuned for a balanced urban ride. No, it's not a track machine, but the damping is more refined this time, allowing for sharper turn-in, less fork-dive underbraking, and better bump compliance over potholes or uneven pavement. Honda has also upgraded the braking system. Up front, you get a disc brake with ABS as standard, and in the rear, there's a drum brake. A slightly dated setup, but one that helps keep weight and cost down. Still, braking is progressive and responsive for a lightweight 120 kg bike. The wheels are 17-inch cast alloys wrapped in two blues tires, giving the Cub a more planted feel and modern visual punch, while maintaining classic design cues like the rounded fenders and upright stance. In terms of technology and convenience, the Super Cub 160 HRC is well equipped. It now comes standard with keyless ignition, LED lighting all around, and a fully digital LCD dash that shows speed, fuel, clock, and trip info. It might not rival your smartphone and functionality, but it's sleek, legible, and modern. Honda has also included a USB-C charging port discreetly located in the leg shield, so you can top off your devices on the go. Perfect for modern commuters and gig riders. Design-wise, Honda hasn't strayed too far from the iconic Super Cub look, and that's a good thing. It still sports the semi-step-through frame, retro front cowl, and horizontal engine layout, all of which have defined the Cub for decades. The 2026 update, however, brings in sharper panel cuts, a slimmer LED headlamp, and a slightly more aggressive silhouette. The result is a bike that still looks friendly and nostalgic, but with a leaner, sportier regia, especially in the HRC trim. Ergonomically, the Cub 160 remains upright and neutral. Seat height is around 780 mm, low enough for shorter riders to flat-foot easily, but with enough legroom to keep taller riders comfortable on longer commutes. The HRC version's firmer seat padding offers better feedback on the road, and the bars are set slightly lower for a more controlled riding posture. It's a small difference, yeah, but for those coming from a 125 or a scooter, you'll feel more in the bike rather than on it. One of the most underrated upgrades is the refined CVT transmission. While many enthusiasts shy away from continuously variable transmissions, Honda's CVT on the Cub 160 HRC has been tuned for smoother, more direct acceleration. Off the line, the throttle feels more responsive, and there's less lag than on typical automatic scooters. Whether you're weaving through city traffic or overtaking a slow-moving car, the throttle response is snappy and confidence-inspiring. So how much will all this set you back? Honda has priced the 2026 Super Cub 160 HRC at approximately $3,500 to $3,800, depending on your market and any import tariffs. In Southeast Asian markets, like Thailand and Indonesia where the bike is already available, prices hover around $80,000 to $85,000 THB. For what you get at a legendary nameplate, Honda reliability, more power, tech, and HRC detailing up, it's a serious value. And keep in mind, running costs are minimal, with service intervals spaced out intelligently and parts that are inexpensive and widely available. Who is this bike for? That's the magic of the Super Cub. It's for almost everyone. If you're a new rider looking for something unintimidating but stylish, the Cub 160 HRC is a perfect start. If you're a daily commuter tired of gas-guzzling cars or unreliable public transport, it's a game changer. Even if you're a collector or enthusiast, the HRC version brings a premium, sporty flavor to the Cub experience that's rare in this segment. It's practical, iconic, economical, and now, even a little bit thrilling. To wrap it up, the 2026 Honda Super Cub 160 HRC may not be the fastest or most extreme bike you'll see on Ridezone bikes, but it represents the evolution of smart, efficient, fun mobility. It proves that motorcycles don't have to be big or brash to make an impact. With a stronger engine, better suspension, HRC race aesthetics, and legendary Honda build quality, this is the Cub grown up and ready for the 21st century. That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would you ride the new Super Cub 160 HRC? And if you already own a Super Cub, tell us how it's treated you over the miles. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-world reviews, first rides, and deep dives on the latest and greatest in two-wheel tech. Until next time, be a ride safe.